Hello everyone, Mauro here. In this video, we're going to look at the new Start menu that Microsoft appears to be working for Windows 11. This is a new layout that the company is testing internally, so it isn't clear when it will be available to everyone and if it is actually something that Microsoft plans to roll out. Okay, let's get a first look at the new Start menu for Windows 11. But before, please subscribe to the channel and click the like button to help YouTube show this video to more people. It doesn't cost anything and you will be helping the channel and supporting my work. You can also visit my website for more tutorials and related tech news. Okay, Microsoft seems to be planning to overhaul the Start menu for Windows 11 that consolidates the old menu with a pin page into a bigger scrollable layout. And it will finally allow you to turn off the recommended section, but it is not in an intuitive way. Now, as a result of these changes, Microsoft is updating the Start page from the Settings app that no longer includes that setting to change the layout for the Start menu. So now, if we want to show the recommended section, we need to turn on all these options. Now, and as you can see, we have the recommended section. And now let's look in more details the new design changes. First, you're going to notice that the Start menu has a bigger frame that allows you to have up to 8 pins on a single row, and you will see by default 2 rows. And if you pin even more apps, then this Show All button will appear at the top right. When you click it, it will expand and it will show you all your apps, pushing down the other sections. Now, with the wider frame for the recommended section, we're now going to see up to 3 items per row, and you might even see up to 2 rows. If you have even more stuff that needs to be recommended in this section, then you will see a button on the top right that will take you to the list of your more recent files in this case. Now, as we scroll down, we are going to find the All section, and by default, the view is in category, but we can switch between the legacy list and you can choose to show the apps in a grid view. Now, in the case that you want to show all your pinned apps all the time, if we go to the Start page, we need to turn on this Show All Pins by default. And then when you go to the Start menu, you're going to see all your pins. Again, if you don't want to see the recommended section and you want to disable it, you won't find an option to turn it off. However, if we turn off this option, this one, and this one, the next time you go to the Start menu, you're going to see that the recommended section will be gone. Now, it is important to know that even though Microsoft is making these changes to the Start menu, other features that were available on the previous design will continue to work on the new design. One of them, for example, is the ability to group your apps into folders. So you can still grab an app and drop it over another app to create a folder. You can click on the folder, you can change the name, and everything else will continue to work as before. But one thing I noticed is that this particular design is still under development because we can see some things that are not working correctly. For example, if I click the search box, it's going to switch to the Windows search interface, but it's going to overlap with the Start menu. Also, another thing that I don't like is that the Windows search interface is not the same size as the Start menu. I do think that Microsoft should make search integrated into the Start menu as we used to see on Windows Vista and Windows 7 that was all in one interface. So let's say like if I type a search query right here, instead of taking me to another interface, the result should appear on this interface, pushing down the elements. But that's my opinion. So let me know in the comments what will be your approach combining search and the Start menu, and if you think that having 2 different interfaces is more optimal. Now, just to compare, I'm going to switch to another computer, and here we can see the current design for the Start menu that only allows you to pin up to 6 apps, and the list to see all the apps is in another section. And you cannot disable the recommended section at the bottom of the page. So I do think that this design is much better than before, but it still needs a little bit of work. Let me know what you think about each design and which one you prefer better. Now, this new design, it hasn't been officially announced, and if you want to see it, you have to enable it manually using the ViveTool in the latest preview of Windows 11 and the dev and beta channels. So if you want to enable on your device, you need to go to this page and download the later release for the ViveTool. You just need to download the package for your computer. If you have a Copilot Plus PC, you might want to download this one. If you have a regular Intel or AMD PC, just download this package right here, save it to your computer, and then you want to extract all the files. And remember the location where you extracted the files. Then open Command Prompt or the terminal, run it as administrator, and in this case I'm going to switch to Command Prompt. Then remember to open the directory where you extracted the files. In my case, I have it on the root of C, and then you need to run this particular command. After you do so, restart the computer. And if you ever want to disable the feature, you need to run the same command, but you need to use the disable option. And that's it. That is a first look at the new Start menu design, which has a bigger frame, and you can also finally disable the recommended section. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.